Hello and welcome to another episode of the Plus 63 HP Podcast Reviews Edition. I'm one of your hosts, John Clemente. Alongside with me are two of my bestest best friends in the entire world. Immediately below me, the man in the pink headset, CHUBAX. How are you doing?
Tired, long day, but excited to be here. Let's
Same,
get
same.
going.
Below him is our other brother from another mother, all the way in the West Coast. Artie, how are you doing?
Hello there.
And if this is your first time in the channel, thank you very much for the view and welcome. We are Plus 63 HP. We have a stable of podcasts that includes reviewing a TV show or a movie Mondays or Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, we record our very first D&D campaign as middle-aged old men. It's our very first tabletop RPG, and our friends are running it. We're recording it, putting online so that you can enjoy our adventure as well. Those videos come out every Wednesday. On Thursdays, we have a curated list of featurettes, videos, clips, trailers that we react to, see which content that is coming down the pipe is the most hyped, the things that we want to see most of, and the things that we're probably not interested in. And on Fridays, CHUBAX and our other bestest best friend RJ cannot get enough of D&D, so they spun a second campaign where they are bad guys, and those episodes drop most Fridays as well. But for this week, we are continuing the review of season 2 of The Legend of Vox Machina. And as per usual, what we're going to do is an initial round of quick initial non-spoilery reactions before we throw it out to CHUBAX for some synopsis and a little bit of deep dive on what we liked most about the latest batch of episodes from Legend of Vox Machina. So episode 7, 8, and 9. So with that, Arnie, what do you think of the latest batch of episodes of The Legend of Vox Machina?
Well, as we discussed earlier offline, just when it started to get good, I'm out of episodes.
Yeah, that has been the case of some week-on-week stuff. Chubax, how about you?
Yeah, I'm probably the weakest batch of the three, of the first three, but I mean, it's still effortless fun, and you just love it. The animation is superb. Like,
Mm.
it's all the small touches in the action where you see that they took care for every action piece.
Mhm.
There's no throwaway scene.
Yeah.
Like, they're just lazy. It's so good.
Yeah, echoing what you both said. Yes, it is the weakest among the past 3 weeks. So the three batches of 3 episodes, this I think is the weakest one. Per-recording, Arnie and I were talking about it, and yeah, I mean the first 6 was just extremely well paced. Like every episode had a thing that led to another thing. All the backstories were kind of like very cleanly laid out. And then this last batch is, you know, it's just like hard to sustain that momentum. So I figured not being the weakest among the 3 batches doesn't mean that it's bad. It's still extremely
Mm-hmm.
amazing. It's one of those, it's so good that I wish there was one more. Like it's like maybe one more, maybe 2 more episodes. But that's the point of having a week on week show. So you can dangle that carrot. And yeah, I mean we touched upon it last week. The animation is overall superb. For me, I really notice when they're cheap. Like, you can see when it's just talking, when it's just like setting up, the animation and the number of frames per second, the actual art is not as nice or it's not as high quality, but I totally love it because they really save those animation and those frames in the
Mm-hmm.
action piece. So the action piece really stands out. Everything is colorful, well choreographed, and the action is just superb. So again, being the weakest of the 3 doesn't mean it's bad. It's just like it has been so good, and this one is just also really good, except that maybe this one we should have had 4 episodes
I think
just to
also
satiate me.
it could be a little intentional because there should be like a little breath before the final three. So you know,
So I
Yep.
totally forgot that it's it's the last week.
last
Next week
yeah.
will be the last week. So
Mhm.
I think after next week I'm going to thoroughly enjoy watching all 12 episodes in a row without breaks. So I think this is one of those things that it's really really good, and it's rare for me to say that on an animation show.
And I think
All right. Oh
yeah,
good.
I'm pleasantly surprised that they didn't rush it too much. I thought like if they were crazy, they were gonna defeat all the Chroma Conclave in the season, but it's looking unlikely. But
Oh,
they're
I see.
gonna
I didn't even really think so. The story has been so good that I didn't even think about. I'm just expecting them to get all of the ruins. What
the
like
diverge vestige of divergence. I think
Vestiges.
vestiges
vestiges.
in the season, and then maybe the next season. I see. I mean, and that's the good thing about me, and we'll discuss it later. I don't know the story, so I'm just in it for the ride. And because I don't know the story, I actually have you know assignments or follow-up assignments after each batch that I watch. So that's kind of great. But with that, we're gonna go to full spoiler mode. We're gonna go to synopsis, things that we like, things we don't like, our um predictions, etc., things that Chubax has listened to the Critical Role podcast episodes, so might a little bit more insights around there. So if you haven't seen the latest batch of episodes, like episodes 7 to 9 of season 2, The Legend of Vox Machina, pause the podcast, watch it, come back and discuss with us. All right. So fair warning, and going full spoiler in 3, 2, 1. Chubax, take it away.
Okay, here we go. So we start with episode 7, the Fey Realm. Wait, hold on. Double checking. Where is that? Kind
This
of.
episode gave me some Dresden Files uh, memories of the Fae.
Yeah, you know what they are. So wait, I'm just trying. Is there no synopsis for the?
Yeah,
I'm kind of mixing
Wikipedia.
the first. Yeah, I'm not seeing the wiki.
Episode, it's on 19, the Pharaoh.
Wait,
Uh, I
there we
like this
go.
one because usually we associate Fey Realm with nice and pinks and Tinkerbell and
Unicorns.
no, this one was trippy, dangerous,
It's an acid trip, man.
reactive
There we go.
to
Okay, I found it. Uh, so after last season or last episode, the group is separated and teleported in separate places. So Keyleth, Vax, Percy, and Vex. The couples actually, right? I didn't know. I didn't. That didn't click me last time, but it's the couples. They find themselves in the Fey realm, while Scanlan, Pike, and Grog, the other couple, with the third wheel of Grog, uh,
poor Grog, no pair.
they get teleported to another. They stay in Taldore, from what I know. So, um, Grog hurt Pike by accident because of the sword, and I like that they didn't prolong this anymore. You know, I mean, after Pike, I thought like they would extend it, prolong it, but Grog, like, it was Pike, so it was very understandable that he'd react that way. So he destroys the sword, but it saps his strength, literal muscles.
All muscles.
So yeah, so I'm just tidbits from I think from the campaign. I think it was his soul or something that was taken, and they had to go in and get it back. If I'm not mistaken. So this was a little different way to do it.
Mm.
Uh, so they did destroy Craven Edge, but he loses his strength, and they bring him to Pike, and Scanlan are able to bring him to her great great grandpa Pop Pop, and
Pop.
they gave him an enema. to give him some strength, like
A suppository because
suppository.
it's a
Sorry,
pill by the bud.
and it was big.
Super giant.
It was Scanlan that did it, right? Was it Scanlan?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Scanlan volunteered. He says he was an
Avert
expert
your
on both
eyes
sides.
and avert your eyes.
He
Uh,
was very happy to do so.
so in the Fey realm, which is as Arnie said, very trippy. It's like a hallucinogenic high. They encounter weird creatures and stuff, and it's all like most of them are drawn to Vax and the armor, and Vax is having some, I don't know, is it existential crisis? Like, he's getting pulled away from the group because of his connection to the matron of Ravens. And then they encounter a satyr named Garmili, voiced by Billy Boyd. Pippin
What is
from
a
Lord of the
satyr?
Rings. It's the one like from Percy Jackson, the one with
Kind
the
of like the Cheshire
go-
Cat, right?
no, the goat legs and then
Goat
human
Mhm.
legs
body with the horn.
with horns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
So
really.
Billy Boyd. Okay,
yeah,
that
voiced
makes
by and I was mistaken. I think when I said that Cheech Martin does the trinket, I think Matt Mercer does the regular trinket, and then
Cheech,
Cheech
Cheech
just
Marin.
did the
Mm.
he just
the
did
trippy.
the trippy trinket.
The speaking trinket.
The trippy trinket. So so there so they fight some like a creature, a liquidy creature that's like jelly. They're able to beat it, but um Trinket, Vex, and Keyleth are both tripped out like with I don't know what substance that was, and they both react differently. Like wasn't Keyleth was so pumped up, and then
Crying.
Vex was down, and then what else? We see that Ripley's working with Umbrasil, the acid dragon, and that Thordak
Did
also
did I
Thordak.
forget
What? Yeah,
who Ripley is, or she's
she
never been
she's
introduced
the
yet?
one. She was the one in season one that was one
Yeah,
of the one that
Percy let go,
tortured
right?
Percy. No,
Yeah.
she didn't let go. She escaped.
Former teacher, right?
No.
Or former.
She was just one of the torturers.
Okay.
The teacher
So
was the one with the tongue and that he blew off. This one was she was she was one of those that tortured Percy's family, and then she defied the Briarwood, so they cut off her hand. So now she has like a mechanical hand.
Mhm.
got it.
But she uses guns also, or like similarly class, I guess, to Percy.
Hmm.
So the episodes ends when Garmili promises to lead them to through towards the bow, and they cross a path to an elven city. So the city is like headed by one of their father, Singorn. Is that the name? Voiced by Troy Baker
Troy
again.
Baker, baby.
So this city was in Iman or Taldore, but when they heard about the dragons, they blipped out and they they went to the Fey realm.
So they can. So elves can do that. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
next
gonna
episode,
teleport my town.
I know, right? So next episode is the Echo Tree. So this is when the four in the Fey realm they try to sneak through the city but are found out, so they drop the name. So they meet the Ingorn again, but they also meet a new half sister, and
Oh.
then Sildor, not Singorn, Sildor Vesar is the dad. And as usual, he's just like a bitch. He's just a racist bitch. No love for the twins. And Percy stands up for Vex, and he makes up the title of the spot,
Tight.
the Lady of. This was a big,
Baroness.
this was a
Late.
pretty big deal during the campaign when he did it, because
Oh.
it was in the live audience, and it was like so well thought out, and everybody was like shocked, and it was awesome. So, and it does become a real title. And then I think he also gave Grog a title. I forgot what it was. But it was funny. Actually, let me check that out.
Mr. Suppository, Duke of Suppositories, Warrior Clan.
Uh, 1 second. My wife is here. Right? Drunk. You're not drunk? That's fine.
Always good. Always good to have a guest.
There. Pops. Uh, so, I can't find. We'll find it next time. But so, um, that was okay. So it doesn't end well for Vex and the dad as usual. So they go through and they go straight. They continue on to uh the what's the name of that place? The bog where the bow is Fentras, the Fentras
Mhm,
bow. But Vex is drawn to the archface Sondor,
mhm,
and it tries to manipulate her and tries to tempt her and stuff. But it breaks because in the end he asks for her heart, and then she says, "My heart belongs to someone else." Nice,
Oh,
nice drop
so
there.
which one?
Yeah.
That's the question.
So they have a fight here, and I this fight was so good. Like Keyleth brings out the fire elemental, and I love
mhm,
if you don't notice it, but if you watch it closely, what she did, it's so good. Like she becomes fire, and then because she can she can teleport from trees, right? And they're fighting two trees, so she opens a teleport portal
A portal in the
on one
tree.
tree, and then escapes the other. It's like, oh, that was so badass. Such an anime thing to do, right? You usually wouldn't see that in a D&D fantasy style, that type of
I
attack. Like,
I I really like how they are putting into real life the things that I would, never consider in a normal RPG or in a normal
yeah,
game, right?
that's
So
what I'm
this is
talking about.
like they're very anime, like there's certain anime styles, but it works. Of course, I just learned how to use fire, you know.
mhm.
So
Uh-huh.
let me test it out,
But
and it was
he
pretty awesome.
and used it in a very unique way. And then we had Vex was also pretty badass here with the bow and fighting Sondor. But um so they defeat him, they kill him. She uses the trick arrow to kill him. Claimed Fentras, which we haven't actually seen in action yet. Oh well, unless it was how Sander used it.
Yeah, Sonder used it
Yeah,
pretty dopely. Like he has
yeah,
like amazingly shot arrows. So super cool.
with different effects, right? So in the end, Garmuli opens them portal back because they entertained him.
Mhm.
So and then he transforms into somebody else. So he's not a satyr really because he was well they already kind of figured that out because how he was able he's power to be able to open that portal is shows that he's somebody powerful. But he's like a powerful creature. And then yeah, and then yeah, we meet Wilhan Trickfoot, the great pop of Grog and Pike, and voiced by Henry Winkler.
Winkler.
Henry
The
Winkler.
fonts. Hey.
Hey.
So we get into the last episode of the batch is the test of pride, and yeah, we see a flashback of Grog, how Grog met the Pike and Wilhand, how he was working with the Pride, or was it was it
The herd,
the
the herd.
herd, yeah, the herd of Goliath, led by his uncle Kevdak, who has the gauntlets, and he has a cousin also, and he was with them, killing anybody and everything until he saw Wilhan, and he tried to help him, but he was caught. So he got his ass beat by Kevdak and banished from the tribe. That's when how he ended up with Pike,
Like,
and yeah. And then so after that, Pike, Scanlan, and Grog try to scout out Western where the herd is. So what happens is the herd is kind of working under Umbrasil. Umbrasil lets them have control of Western, but they have to keep serving him up gold because that gold also goes to Thordak. So it's like I don't know, shit going uphill. And Scanlan uh recons go like was that a dragonfly, something like a dragonfly, right?
It
mm-hmm.
looks like a dragonfly, but I'm sure it's not.
Yeah.
So he transformed to something like a dragonfly, but he keeps his beret.
Raspberry beret.
The raspberry beret. So he goes in and he meets some of the people, a troop with some stragglers hiding, and he meets Kaylee. I will not spoil who they are. Um, but there's a good story there. But damn, I don't want to spoil it because they might tackle it in the future. If they don't, then I'll tell you. But what else? The Umbrasil and Ripley arrive in the city. So Ripley's like trying to become the consigliere of Umbrasil, like whispering in his ears. And Umbrasil has the myth carver on him, and we see that what's the name of his cousin? Uh,
Beat up face cousin too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, his cousin, the son of Kevdak, isn't happy with how Kevdak is doing it because basically the herd is about doing what they want, taking what they want, to whomever what they want, but not servants to another dragon. So
They said they should be killing dragons, hunting
yeah,
dragons instead of
Yeah.
serving them.
so there's kind of a rebellion there, but Kevdak beats his ass again, and then did he put in prison or oh
No,
nothing yet.
he
He asked for a
He-
challenger, and
he
then
chucked him off a balcony.
yeah, still alive. And then we get a nice scene with Scan because Scanlan didn't appear come back in like an hour. Grog and Pike go in try and find him. They find him. He's helping the group escape. But as so he leads them out, but Grog stays, and then we have a very nice mirror image of the Grog Pike dialogue from season 1, where Pike was like, "I gotta do this on my own," but this time it's Grog saying that. Then they both say, "What if I need you?" Stuff like that. It's nice, and then we get to the end where Grog challenges Kevdak for the herd, for the control of the herd, and that's yeah, that's Vox Machina episode 7 to 9 of season 2.
It was pretty like again, it's not because we didn't like it. It's just that I think for me episode 9 was too much of a cliffhanger with
Yeah,
Yep.
Grog challenging Kevdak for the um for the well challenging Kevdak period, but also, you know, in the back of our heads, we know where he's gonna get the vestige. That's how
Mhm.
these things work.
Mm.
Um,
But
so
we don't even know
I'm
how he's
very
gonna get his strength back.
exactly. So you know, in my head, I was already like uh um predicting will the lightning from because like you need just need the boost, right? That's what the
Yeah.
pop said. So would the lightning give him a boost, or this is exactly one of those like a total subversion where you know
Self-stimulated.
yeah, well, the thing is like maybe it's a subversion thing. Maybe it's not about him beating him by himself. It's inspiring others to help him out. I don't know. I don't care. I just want him to get the vestige because I think it looks cool, and I want to
Yeah.
see those vestiges in action. I want we have a
Uh-huh.
bow, we have an armor, we have gauntlets. Keyleth up leveled. I don't know what Percy how is he's gonna up level, but he seems to have that glove with magic. So what is there another vestige after that? There's just the sword that
So minor spoilers, but for campaign 1, Percy gets a vestige. I don't think
okay.
they're gonna do everything, but it's like a cloak. It's called Cabal's Ruin. I love it. So Percy, Vax has the Deathwalker sword. Vex has Fentra's. Pike has an armor. Um,
So there are more. I also thought
yeah, I don't think
when
they're
I
gonna
was
do
looking
all.
at
I don't think they're gonna do all of it.
Hmm.
Keelit has like a staff. Vax has two
Hmm.
actually. He has another one. It's another He has a dagger also.
Hmm.
So yeah, so there's a lot more, but I don't think they're gonna.
okay.
I don't know what
I
we're
guess
gonna
they're just
do.
doing the one that more that translates better in
Yeah,
on animation.
but I do love some of the small pieces like Percy's new weapon,
The
diplomacy.
glove.
I love the name like diplomacy.
Well, I
Uh,
so wait, did I miss that? Where did that come from?
I think it was just working on it.
Oh, he was always working on it in season one. I just need
Hmm.
to rewatch season one too because like when he started doing the electricity on the water part, and I know the past couple of episodes he's been trying to to use it, and it's like, oh, where did that come from? But it's pretty cool. I like that they're leveling up. Like so far, I mean, Grog is finally getting a level up, and then and Pike though is I mean she already got reconnected back to the light, so I think that for a while that will serve her. So
Yeah, so his weapons. I just love the names. So his original weapons, two guns, was the list, a six
yeah, with
barrel
the names,
pepper box, and bad news. Bad news is
The
the
evil one, right?
no, that was the list. The bad news is
Oh,
the sniper cannon thing that he did to take the
Mhm.
giant.
mm,
I love. Was it in the anime also? But in
The high risk high reward.
no, the line for you I have bad news. Nothing travels faster. I think that was like vexing. So that was badass. And then since the list has been destroyed, Percy acquired two new weapons: a four-shot pistol called the Retort, and another pepper box known as Animus. I love his names.
mm.
And then he has the diplomacy nga as a electroshock glove. But I love that his weapons kasi in the D&D, it has a lot of chance of failing. So it always fails, diba? He has a
Mhm.
lot of instances where because it's high risk high reward like you said. Like even his guns, it's either working really well or it's gonna fail. And for him, if he rolls really bad, it's gonna jam pa. So some of like the bad news, once it jams, it's out of commission for the for that fight because he has to fix it. But yeah, so that is episode 7 to 9.
Arnie, what are the things that you like the most about and are looking forward to the most in the last week that we have with season two?
Well, I want to see the fight with Grog and his uncle and see him get aroused.
Stimulate.
uh, he's sending mixed messages, but anyway, that and then of course, more of Keyleth, and but basically just the Grog story, especially for this batch of three. It's more of the Grog storyline because like he lost. So going back to the monk, like where does your true power lie? So he's starting to realize where his power lies. So he's gonna see that. So I'm excited to see his level up.
Breaker
Think
Grog.
we'll
Yeah,
get the glove on 7,
yeah,
maybe find something else on 8. Sorry, like on 10, find
yeah.
something on 11, and hopefully 12 is a
I think they'll
I
kill the acid dragon this season because
yeah,
Yeah.
they kept showing that
to
sword.
get
So I'm telling,
Mythbuster, right?
yeah. So I think they'll get the sword, and then next season could be going after the
Chroma
Chroma Conclave.
So
Yeah.
I think
Chromo
it's yeah,
Conclave.
it's gonna be Umbrasil for the 12. And maybe they can maybe
They
a
see
how
more.
no, maybe a mini fight with Ripley.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So maybe they can
Like
continue her
Yeah.
on.
like a side boss fight. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
maybe they win by a hair and then they get decimated still for a little bit. That's why they can't continue on. Like I
yeah,
think once they get the Mythbuster again or Myth Carver again,
yeah.
they see more vestiges and then they realize how still severely underpowered they are.
Hmm.
Because they might still need a lot of help with one dragon, let alone what, two more, right? Or three
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
So
And I do hope that they make the season. We don't have to wait a year for next season. Especially, I'm just afraid because they have the new show too coming up, right?
mm.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
they're gonna
I
be
think
very
I
busy.
think I'm fine with the once a year because if it's this quality, it's
no,
really
that's true. That's true.
good.
But
Yeah.
since they already have like the assets already on file, so it's not like they're starting from scratch
Yeah,
again.
that's
So
true.
so it's just a matter of the script writing and the voice acting, basically,
Yeah, I
and
think I
that's it.
think this might go maybe 5 seasons. So season
Hmm.
3 they can clean up Thordak,
Yeah.
and then season 4 and 5 will be the Vecna fight na,
Ooh,
Mm,
the
Vecna.
whispered
And
one,
okay.
the
then
whispered
they're
one,
gonna do they're
Mighty
gonna
Nina.
yeah, and then they're going to kind of recruit 11, so everything will be fine. And Eddie, cool. We're good. We're good. We're all set. All right. Final thoughts about the season, CHUBAX.
Oh, ratings. Yeah, I wanna go with the we did the 9 last time, and
Mhm.
it's still deserving a 9, but let's just to punctuate that it's not as it's a little drop, so we'll just put it an 8. But this is one. It's like more like a 8.9. It's like or
Hmm.
if I could have made the last episodes like a 9.8, and then this one would be a 9.1. But since we're not doing that, we'll go with an 8.
Yeah. Same with me. Like I was gonna exactly the same point. It's like the highest of the eights that we can get, and it's not because it's bad at all. It's just like one of those things where the cliffhanger,
Hmm.
got us this time. But it's good because it's making me want to watch the last batch.
Yeah.
So on Thursday next week, I already cleared my evening. I don't have any plans next Thursday evening. I'm gonna have a nice box of pizza. And if I have more time, I might actually watch the all 12 episodes the entire evening if I wanted to
Yeah,
just
that
to
wouldn't
watch it
Hmm.
straight.
doesn't
Yeah,
sound
that
bad
would
at
be a
all.
nice, relaxing evening. Arnie, I saw you
Eight.
flashing on it as well.
Yeah. It's basically like when you have a tsunami, it's when the sea goes down all the way to the thing, and then it's just building up, and then we'll get the tsunami of content or action coming up next week. So yeah, that's basically how I think of it.
All right. Those are our thoughts and the ratings for episodes 7 to 8 of the Legend of Vox Machina season 2. Watch it on Amazon Prime Video. It is dope. What I wanted to end with is I really love this show so much that every time that I watch an episode, I wait until new rock stars and the Nerdist do their
Mm.
what's different between the animation and the campaign, and it's super
Mhm.
duper great. Like getting this is one of those things where it's the gift that keeps on giving. It's so
Mhm.
fun to watch, it's so fun to listen to, but I don't have time to listen to the podcast again. So I love when people take their time in kind of providing a bit more Easter eggs, because it's not only just what source material it was. So it's not just a campaign, the tabletop campaign, but I just love hearing, like, figuring out who voiced whom. Like
Mhm.
Mhm.
how many voices Matt Mercer voiced,
Doing.
how many photos did, or how many like dead people was drawn, like where was Matt Mercer drawn in as a dead person in the background. And of course we have, like, we had the Troy Baker voice of Vax and Vex's dad. We have Cheech and Chong. So it's like, there's so many Easter eggs to enjoy,
Mhm.
plus additional context about the campaign. So I'm really, really enjoying that as well. So the next day, like as soon like Thursday night, I watch it. Friday morning, I hop on YouTube and watch it too. So that's like, it's a lot of content. So I'm really enjoying it.
Yep.
So right, final goodbyes, guys. Arnie.
Well, again, just excited for next week. And let's see, hopefully Grog finds his strength.
CHUBAX?
Yeah, bittersweet that we're down to the last three episodes, but yeah, bring it. Can't wait.
All right. See you next week again as we tackle episodes 10 to 12 of season 2, The Legend of Vox Machina. Again, thank you very much for watching and listening. We are +63HP. We are in YouTube, youtube.com/+63HP. We're on all the socials, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just search at +63HP. And if you are so obliged and you can't watch us video on demand, just open your favorite podcasting app, search for +63HP. We love Apple Podcasts, Amazon, and Spotify. We are there, but we're all in a bunch of different ones as well. So don't forget to like, subscribe, give us a review, help us out, spread the word to all the other like-minded individuals that like enjoying content with their friends. With that, thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.